The first international break of 2025 has come around, and at least 12 first-team players at City at the time of recording this will be representing their countries this month. Obviously, those are injured and not been called up, but for those who will be playing on the international stage, what can Man City hope for, Stephen? What can Guardiola hope for from those players during the international break? Obviously, aside from picking up injuries, which has been a problem all season.
It is that though, isn't it? Really, it's just sort of you're hoping that they don't get injured. Hasn't has Echeverri been called up? I feel like he has, hasn't he? Have I made that
Well,
up?
I'm not entirely sure if that Argentina squad's been confirmed, but he was
Oh,
named
okay.
in the preliminary squad for the senior
Yeah,
team,
that's what I
which is
saw. Yeah,
yeah,
the but I mean, that would be great if he could be involved.
yeah.
If he could get involved and get some football there and show his ability. You want, yeah. I mean, I I can't sit here and pretend I fully care about the international duty. I just don't. I like my focus is on City, and look, obviously, I want to see you know, the players. Yeah, look, we haven't got many called up for England, I think, for what it's worth. And
I think for
um,
England, it's just Phil Foden.
yeah, it's just
Yeah,
for Foden. Yeah, so like, I want to see Phil obviously find a little bit of form and see if he can. He's never really established himself for England, which is frustrating because um, you do want to see him be the Phil Foden that we know and love at City for England. That'd be great.
for him, it's because he's not had the best of season for City. This is a possibility chance now for him to make an impact for England. I think,
Yeah,
in all due respect, with to Albania and Latvia, they are not the strongest opponents that England are going to face. And Phil Foden will also want to impress Thomas Tuchel, the new manager. So
of course, yeah.
you want to do well for England now, and hopefully transfer that over for City for the final few games of this season.
Yeah, absolutely. Because look, the Phil Foden is the obvious one for me to look at in terms of like he's the one where I'm like, okay, I hope he does well because the rest of them they are where they are. But Phil, after the back of winning so many awards last season, being phenomenal, scoring 20 odd goals, uh, the his England stints have always been poor for whatever reason. He just can't really find a role for him, and I sort of hope that wouldn't be the case. But we've got to accept what's there in front of us. Like he just isn't good internationally right now, and that will hold him back a little bit mentally as well. And I think it feels obvious to me that Phil. He's had this season, whatever reason this season, he's had a bit of self doubt, I reckon, or he's not really found his best form because a lot of the dynamism's gone, and there were some rumours that he wasn't in the best mental place at the start of the season. That is not ideal, because he we want him to be one of the guys to carry the team forward as he gets older, and he doesn't feel like there's a lot of stability in terms of his mental state currently. And look, if he could play well for England too under Thomas Tuchel, that could give him a little bit of a boost mentally, hopefully, to find his best form. A couple of goals for England would be wonderful. I mean, naturally, I think he's not even playing that much right now. He's sort of reasonably a rotation player too. So just a start from England would be good as well. And I think it is a chance for him to get some minutes on the board. Play, hopefully impress, improve his self belief. And sort of to find himself a little bit again, because even though the season felt like a bit of a write off for him, there is still plenty to play for.
Yeah, I think Philip Foden's actually got a strong chance of playing it at least in one game because you've got Cole Palmer's now withdrawn from the England squad and Saka's still out injured. So whether he plays in that number 10 or out wide on the right, he's got a good chance of at least starting one of those games, I think.